I buried some sand on resin. In one of my previous videos, I combined sand and resin and made this. And today I'm just pushing the same concept a bit further. And honestly, if it works, sand might officially make it to my art supply list. So I collected all of the sand I had lying around. I have some tiny bit of the white sand left from the previous video. I also have this sand, which is probably from like oceanscapes that I've done. And then I have this black sand, again, probably from like black ocean stuff I've probably done in the past. So I have those. Apart from those, I also have this weird looking sand, which is a mix of like slime and sand. You know those kids kits that are like kinetic sand or something they're called, I don't know. But you know what I'm talking about. It's the consistency of sand, which is like a little bit like stretchy and like moldy, but it's still sand. It's still grainy. And I think this one is fragrant. So we have this, and again, this is a wild card. We shall see what happens. Now, there is gonna be some regular resin, but apart from that, I also have this pearlescent UV resin that I received from Jadiction. So of course, we're gonna test some of this out along the way. We have yellow, light green, purple, white, green, orange, blue, light blue, and then I dropped one over there. So we have a good mix of colors. I don't make a lot of jewelry, but I do think pearlescent resin can't be a bad idea. It should be fun. Let's see how that goes. I'm gonna grab some molds and let's get started. So we're gonna work with these molds, and these might be my new favorite ones just because they're so like awkward in shape. And the two that I dropped, pink and red. So a good mix of colors, honestly. So I'm gonna open the annoying little seal on top of all of these UV resin bottles and put on these nozzles on, and then I'm gonna mask up and we will get this party started.
A few moments later.
So today I just wanted to do something flowy and abstract, almost kintsugi-ish. It's a word.
Really?
And I'm using the pearlescent UV resin to draw these soft broken lines, except we're going green. So I'm mixing a deep green and I'm going over with a lighter green layer just to kind of give it like a little whisper of dimension. There's no method to this madness. I'm quite literally making squiggly lines and trusting the universe with the outcome. But can we talk about this UV resin for a second? Because it's quite pearly, so shimmery and almost opaque, which for a UV resin is mildly suspicious, because now I'm wondering if this is actually going to cure properly, or are we going to enter our sticky regret era? Let's find out. And guess what? It cured really well. It actually didn't take that long either. So it just literally worked as your normal UV resin, except it's got pearlescent vibes. Now, moving on to the sand, I've mixed up some Jadiction Officials resin, who have ever so kindly sponsored today's video. So huge thank you. And also I will leave you guys with my links and discount code in the description, like I always do. So my first attempt with sand and resin, I've learned you need a lot of sand and very little resin. You want that texture to feel almost like a cheesecake base, or like a wet sand at the beach, but not too wet, which makes sense in my head. So I'm hoping it also makes sense in real life. So for this piece, I'm going for a very like green and black emerald, slightly mysterious vibe. I mixed up the black sand into the resin and I'm kind of just dumping it in and hoping for artistic greatness. However, I am questioning my choice of mold right now, because this mold has a rim, which means that I have to make sure that all of the sandy goodness goes into the edges. So that did take a bit of effort, and I don't always enjoy effort. So maybe this might be easier with a mold that doesn't have a ring, but if yours does, like mine, just make sure you press it down properly into those edges. Okay, so that's looking packed enough emotionally, spiritually, and physically, and I'm happy to let it cure. And while it's doing its thing, because I'm not testing all of the pearlescent pigments in this project, I want to make a quick little swatch thingy for you guys. Got this mold here, and I'm going to pour each of the colors into these little gems, which feels like a little cute bonus project moment. And we also get to see all of the colors and how pearly and shimmery they actually are. I just love a useful excuse to make tiny shiny things. else. And this was a moment where Sky decided that curing resin was far less important than his immediate need for tummy rubs. So naturally, we took a very professional, highly necessary tummy rub intermission priorities, you know. And honestly, I think he basically needs to remind you guys to like, comment, sub, all of those things that help us doing beautifully strange, slightly chaotic, very shiny things on this channel. I mean, at this point, I feel like we all enjoy the weirdness. Okay, so these have cured, just barely only cured. Let's unmold our little swatch thing first and see how that looks. All right, it's still a bit bendy. Okay, wow. Look at those pearly colors. I'm not going to be working with all the colors with our sand situation, but I just wanted to like give you guys a little swatch of all the colors. If you make jewelry, I feel like you need these. I'm going to link them in the description to you guys along with my discount code. Moving on to our little sand situation. Again, guys, this is like only just cured, so I have to be careful, but let's see. I'm nervous. I really want this to work. It has. I love that. I absolutely love that. So there are some areas where our sand kind of went over our little veins. I'm not mad at it. You know, the sand, it just has that texture on the edge. Oh, the texture on the edge, you guys. I love this so much. It's still not fully cured, and I feel like I need to sort of clean up this bottom edge, which is honestly so easy to do because it's just sand. So I can do that, but I might do that on the bottom side as well. Love that. I'm definitely doing some more, and not to forget, we have this weird sand stuff to test. So let's do that. Okay, so now for our somewhat normal experiment, I would like to mix the beige and gold sand. And I want to see what a two-tone sand moment looks like. Of course, we're bringing back the Kintsugi vibes, but this time I'm using the pearl white UV resin for the lines. I'll draw those first and move them to cure on the side. And while that cures, I'm going to move on to the questionable slimy sand situation. Now for this, I'm thinking pink and purple. So once again, making pink and purple squiggly lines. I am basically just going by a highly scientific method known as the vibes. And back to our white piece, I have mixed up both my sands and I'm basically dumping them randomly across the mold, but still making sure that we properly pack everything down around the rim, because like I said, I think that is incredibly important if you're going to use a mold like this. So we press, we pack, we emotionally commit. And while I'm doing that, I am going to take a moment and say thank you to Linda. Thank you so much, Linda, for liking, commenting and supporting my little corner on the internet. Your comments genuinely make my day, and this channel would honestly not feel the same without you. Now we get to the weird part, because by this point we already know that sand and resin is a peaceful cooperation. But the real question is, can this strange, slimy, slightly suspicious sand handle resin the same way? And I can confidently tell you things got sticky and messy very quickly. We started in a neat little cup, and then I had to migrate to the workbench because this texture was nothing like sand and resin. It was aggressively a sticky dough texture. And the worst part, I'm actually already terrible with dough in real life. Like, I cannot be trusted with bread. So this was never going to end well. It was sticking to my gloves, my tools, and it was sticking to my hopes and dreams at this point. But I kept adding more resin, and I wasn't sure how much was the right amount. And I knew it would be weird, but I was just not prepared for this level of chaos. Eventually, I started packing it into the mold, and the pink and the purple have both emotionally agreed to just become pink. And honestly, that is the least of my concerns. I am just trying to get this in the mold by any means necessary, which is proving extremely difficult. I mean, it's super uneven at the top. I'm trying to pat it down, but it keeps sticking. I even grab like a plastic sheet to try and smooth it out without sticking, and yet somehow that starts sticking to it too. So yeah, no joy, zero fun. I'm not sure if I recommend this, but we'll preserve our judgment for after this cures.
Later that same evening.
It is night, and these two have now cured, so time to unmold. I'm going to start with this first before I move on to that messy situation. Okay, stop. This might might be my favorite one yet. Better than the black, and that's very unusual for me. Wow, wow, wow. I mean, I love it. The sand, I love the white and like the hint of golden sand and those pearlescent lines. Love it. Now for this weird situation, things got messy super quickly with that. Right, let's see. Okay, so a lot of cleanup to do. It has worked and it did cure. That's that. Do I recommend it? Not especially. I mean, it got super messy, super quick. I mean, you saw what was happening, and I don't think the result is any more different than what we've been doing so far. So I don't think I would recommend it, but if you want to have a go, by all means, have a go. If you have some of this slimy sand situation lying, then give it a go for yourself. That being said, I do like the colors and it has cured. So that's that. I'm going to clean these up and then show you guys some final shots in some better lighting. And here are our little treasures from today. Sky would like to formally make another camera appearance because obviously he needs to personally approve all of our decisions on this channel. So quality control is very important. But first up, our tiny little trinket situation, which I love. I mean, these colors are giving. When they say pearlescent, they really mean it. Next, our slightly chaotic messiness. And honestly, I don't even have much to say about this because I feel like I've already processed the trauma. So this is what it looks like. I don't think Sky is particularly impressed. Then we have our black emerald piece. And I know I said earlier, I think the beige and white one might be my favorite, but I had clearly forgotten how pretty this is because I love this. The green, the texture, and the sand with its like natural sheen. I am very into this moment. And finally, our white beigey one. I love that the white sand was finer than the golden sand, and so you can really see that subtle contrast in texture. And of course, those pearlescent white kintsugi lines. I mean, what's not to love? It feels warm, it feels earthy, it feels elegant, and it just makes like a perfect little tray. I am here for it. Every time I've played with sand and resin, it's pulled me back in. I mean, at this point, this isn't even an experiment anymore. I feel like sand has officially earned its space in my studio. I feel like we should do this, but we make it bigger. Let me know your ideas and thoughts in the comments, and hope you've enjoyed this one. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. If you've enjoyed this video, YouTube thinks you will like these too, so go check them out.